Another week of Liz Truss, another disaster.
Rolling power blackouts could hit Britain this winter if the energy crisis escalates.
Households and businesses may be cut off for up to 3 hours at a time.
3 hours? Liz Truss has actually taken us back to the Dark Ages. She said she was going to make the country great. Now we've got pensioners eating cold beans and teenagers wanking by candlelight. 3-hour blackouts. What are we going to do? We won't have the internet. We'll miss vital news, like a goat called Pablo singing in a church. Do you know the maddest thing? Look when the blackouts are going to happen. Between 4 and 7 p.m. That's during pointless. There'll be grannies in the street like this. I think this guy puts it best.
What do you think of Liz Truss's government so far?
Hopeless? I don't know, because I'm not allowed to swear.
Yeah, I'd swear.
I'm fucking shy.
Exactly. Shy. And yet, unbelievably, Liz Truss did a speech where she walked onto this music. Presumably, she went on to that because them people never wrote the song I'm Mad and Crap. To be honest, if she wanted to win over the nation, she should have used this guy. Did you watch her speech? I might be wrong. I think there was a hidden message.
I'm going to talk about growth, 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 and growth.
Just saying a word doesn't make it happen. You could say fly to a penguin, he's still going to waddle. My brother could shout blowjob at Beyonce. It ain't happening. But what got me, did you see what Liz was trying to grow?
We need to grow the pie so that everyone gets a bigger slice.
You can't grow a pie. Because it's a pie! You don't see farmers digging up steak bakes. I've never seen a tree full of pasties. If I saw my mum watering a chicken and mushroom, I'd put her in a home. And when Liz wasn't banging on about pies, she spent most of her speech looking off to the side like a confused meerkat.
Including those who threaten our way of life. And it means the parts of our country that I really care about falling even further behind.
The internet was obsessed. What was she looking at? Well, tonight, I can finally reveal the truth.
It means our country falling behind other countries, including those who threaten our way of life. And it means the parts of our country that I really care about falling even further behind.
Mind you, if you thought the speech was bad, the Tory party chairman, Jake Berry, came up with the worst catchphrase ever.
But what I would say is that, you know, I think colleagues saw yesterday that when the going gets tough, the Truss gets going.
The Truss gets going? Jesus, what slogans did they reject? You can't handle the Truss. Did somebody say, Liz Truss? Moon pig don't trust. The Wenger Truss is coming. It's absolute madness. There's only one catchphrase she needs.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Besides, instead of coming up with slogans, they should take responsibility. We all know it was their budget that crashed the economy. But instead, the Tories have blamed Putin, communication issues, Keir Starmer, and amazingly, the Queen's death. They're blaming the Queen for dying. How much would you love to see King Charles rock up to Downing Street with a baseball bat? Just come on, you wankers, let's rumble. Yeah. I might look like I got sausages for fingers, but these chipolatas can dance. Yeah. I'll leave you more fucked up than my relationship with Harry. It's the Queen's fault. Mind you, if you think blaming her is offensive, listen to how the new Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, feels about deporting asylum seekers.
I would love to be having a front page of the Telegraph with a plane taking off to Rwanda. That's my dream.
Her dream? Who fantasises about deportations? Oh, yeah, don't let those diggies land. Oh, separate those kids! Send them back! What's crazy about this? Her dad was a refugee. In fact, Braverman's father fled Kenya for Britain in 1968, and it's unlikely he'd be let in today. So that means she'd probably have banished her own dad. How does that work? Coming over here, having kids, raising them so well they enter positions of power? You and your family make me sick. It's ridiculous. Not only is sending people to Rwanda inhumane, it costs the country shitloads. I mean, it would be cheaper to put asylum seekers in the Ritz Hotel, which, personally, I'd love to see. Can you imagine the noise some posh old lady would make if she was next door to a refugee? These are crazy times, man. Do you know, we're only a month into this government and people already want change.
We ran a poll yesterday, should there be a general election? 81,000 votes in that, and 93% saying there should be a general election.
Did you see who the nation would rather we had in charge? People want Martin Lewis to be Prime Minister. Lot of nods here, lot of nods. Yeah. Martin Lewis. I wonder how he feels about it.
I'd rather have my nipples wired to electrodes and not in a good way than become Prime Minister. Shall we move on?
Two things. One, that feels like a hard no. And two, is there a good way to have your nipples electrocuted? Like anyone's been hooked up to a car battery. Oh, this is fun. I've always dreamt of doing this. There isn't a good way, trust me. The noise you make is insane. My job, man, it's my actual job. Did you see some of the other favourites? David Attenborough? Stephen Fry? And the one that caught my eye, Alison Hammond. It would be amazing. Instead of this laugh, we'd have this. It'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? Be joyous. Every time she did an interview, it would be fantastic.
Do you think you've got what it takes to be Prime Minister?
Are you going to cut public spending?
Fairness come into it. Is that one of your key considerations?
What will it take for the West to get directly involved?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Right? I mean, who wouldn't love to see her deal with Putin like this?
It's going to be patchy rain over there. Get ready, guy.
All right.